There are a lot of places to shop in Paris, and not all of them are great. Like right here on the Champs-Élysées, it's beautiful, it's iconic, and it's overpriced, and in my opinion, it's cliché. But you'll also find little neighborhood streets with little stores and restaurants where people like me like to shop. So in this video, we'll take you to 10 amazing streets where local people shop, and as a bonus, we'll take you to some of our favorite family-owned hidden gems. Allez, on y va! This is Rue Daguerre, and it's right by the catacombs and the Denfert-Rochereau Metro and RER station. And the vibe here is neighborhood, family. We are off the beaten track. This is where you're gonna find regular neighborhood stuff. The kind of stores you're gonna find here are kids stores with toys and clothes and all kinds of stuff like that. There are boutiques with ladies' clothes, accessories, and other little knickknacks. And you're gonna find a lot of food stuff here. This is the first street I discovered when I came to Paris years before I met Antoine, and I fell in love with it. I called it Food Street because here you're gonna find everything you need for a picnic. They have charcuteries, cheese, wine, a whole pâté store. And you're gonna find a lot of stuff like that that you can take for a picnic or just to wander around and visit the shops here. And this is really just the kind of place where a Parisian would walk down the street and do their shopping and, you know, just the regular day-to-day life of a Parisian person. This place is fabulous, and one of the stores that I love here is my cousin Alice because I love kids and I always find little treasures for the kids in my life. This is a very lively street and I just love it.
This street is Rue du Commerce, and it starts at the metro station La Motte Piquet-Grenelle, which is one of the stations to go to the Eiffel Tower. We're literally 10-minute walk from the Eiffel Tower. The vibe here is a very neighborhood street. Like, this is, people live here. You have apartments. This is not a very touristic area, but it has stores up and down the street, and it's an amazing street. Here you'll find stores for men, for women. They have toy stores, they have cosmetics, they have food store. It pretty much has it all right here. Now, one of the big stores here is actually at the metro station, which is Monoprix. Monoprix is a great supermarket. It sells things from food, clothing, cosmetics. Actually, we recommend for people to go and check out Monoprix because there's a lot of things you can buy in there, including chocolates and souvenirs that you'll find at very affordable prices, and there won't be like, you know, the tchotchke type of touristic stuff that you see everywhere. When we're on this street, Colleen and I eat at Café du Commerce, and it serves all the French classic at a very affordable price. It's got an atrium and it's on a couple of floors. It's a beautiful brasserie you want to check out. And overall, I think this is a hidden gem in Paris. This street is absolutely amazing. If you're by the Eiffel Tower or near the Eiffel Tower, just take a quick walk to come down here. I bet you're going to find a hidden gem here, and then something that you were looking for. It's probably on this street. It's one of my favorites.
This street is Rue de Rennes, and it runs from the church in Saint-Germain all the way down to Montparnasse Tower. It is a broad avenue with lots of commercial stuff going on here. You can get pretty much anything you want here because it's a really good mix of cute little boutiques and big national and international stores. One of the big stores here is Fnac, which is kind of like Best Buy meets Barnes & Noble. It's the kind of place you would go if you needed a charging cord or, you know, those kinds of things. Also Boulanger, which has hair dryers and curlers and straighteners and little accessories like that. You're also going to find stores like Zara, Uniqlo, that you're going to find Foot Lockers if you need sneakers. This is a place where you'll find luggage. There's a lot of big kind of practical things and a lot of little cute shops as well. And you're going to find lots of cafes, bistros, brasseries all around here where the local people take their lunch breaks. Plenty of good options. But what I really love about this street is how diverse it is.
This is Rue des Martyrs in Montmartre, and this is an amazing street for shopping, restaurants, and all kinds of delightful little stores. The vibe here is very bohemian, very artistic. This is very popular type of neighborhood in Paris. Here you're gonna find all kinds of local stores. There's no brand store here. This is all local, family-owned stores. You got restaurants, you got an ice cream. You have our favorite ice cream shop, which is called Glazed here. And they have amazing flavor. They have a popcorn flavor. They have flavors that are really interesting. So if you're not into the Amorino and you want something a little different, this is the shop to get great ice cream. What I love about this street is this is what the real Paris feels and looks for me. This street, Rue des Martyrs, starts on the hill in Montmartre. And then it goes down. It's actually a very long street. But the part that's interesting is not the part that's on the hill where it's super touristic. It's starting from the merry-go-round right here, which is here permanently, and go down from here and visit all the stores and all the little restaurants. One of them is Cœur de Braise, which is a creperie. So if you want to have an amazing crepe, it's right here. But you also have little neighborhood cafes where you can have a quick meal. It's really delightful. I love this spot.
Anyone who really knows me knows I love puzzles. I buy them all the time in the museums. I have a big collection. But when somebody approached us to make a special Le Frenchies design puzzle, it was a no-brainer. And I couldn't be happier with what they did. It is phenomenal quality, comes with a great bag. I love doing that, relaxing with a glass of wine, a little charcuterie, sharing that with Antoine. And if you love puzzles as much as I do and you want to relive your Paris experience, there's a link in the description below. It's one way to help support us in our adventures. We have a limited supply available, and just check it out and see if that's for you. Now back to the video. This is the Grand Boulevards area, and you can see the boulevards are big and wide and grand. This is where you're going to find the Avenue des Italiens, the Capucines, the Haussmann, and we're right by Galerie Lafayette. And in this area, you're going to find fashion. This is the place to go to find beautiful French clothing. And I prefer this area better than the Champs-Élysées, Avenue Montaigne, because something I really like about this area is you're going to find all the luxury brands and the more casual places. It's a lot more approachable than the Avenue Montaigne, Champs-Élysées part of town. And these covered passages are shopping heaven on their own. We'll cover those later in the video. And you're going to find clothing stores for men and for women. You'll find accessories, handbags, shoes, stuff for kids. You're going to find toiletries, makeup, all kinds of stuff. It's just a fabulous place to go and find anything that you want. And one of the best things about here and what I love is the broad sidewalks where you can just stroll. And you're going to find plenty of brasseries and great places to eat all up and down the street. And if you're here on a rainy day, the Rex Movie Theater is right here. So you can go and see a movie in English in air-conditioned comfort if it's a hot day, but this is a great place to come and just stroll, do some shopping. It's a great spot.
This is Rue de Turenne. We are on the north side of Le Marais, and this is an amazing street. It starts from Place des Vosges and it goes almost all the way to République. This street has tons of great stores. You got food stores, you got clothing store, you got shoe store for men, for women. This is a great street and you're in the heart of Le Marais. This part of Le Marais is a little bit more upscale, a little bit more trendy. I mean, you have a store all the way at the end here, which is the Jacques Génin Chocolatier, which is probably one of the best chocolate store in Paris. You also have Tout Autour du Pain, which is a famous boulangerie, but you have stores of all kinds here. You have clothing store for men, for women, you got shoes, you got food. There's tons of store here. It's really a fun street. And whether you're looking for a tuxedo or something casual to wear, this street pretty much has it all.
This is Rue Rivoli, and it runs all the way from Place de Concorde on the other side of the Louvre, all the way down to the south part of the Marais near Place des Vosges. And up near the Louvre, you're gonna find some really high-end, expensive clothes mixed together with touristic items. But my favorite part of Rue de Rivoli to shop starts over here by the BHV department store and runs all the way down near Place des Vosges and by the pink flowery restaurant. The vibe here is, I don't know, it's like merchant. You can feel the hustle and bustle in a little bit of a funky way. And they have lots of stores, like you can get your shoes from the Écran store, which is a French chain, I believe. They have Finsbury for fine designer shoes, they have lots of nice new boutiques for clothing for both men and women. You'll find vintage shops, you'll find housewares, you'll find all kinds of little things. It's just a great place to shop. And there are tons of places to eat up and down this road, but there's also a whole little plaza right here with plenty of places to choose from. Rue de Rivoli is definitely a place you need to know about if you're shopping in Paris. By the way, if you're shopping for anti-aging creams and moisturizers and things in the Paris pharmacies, there's a lot of those little spots on the streets we talked about in this video where you won't have to wait in long lines at the City Pharma and other TikTok and Instagram shops. So that's something to think about.
So this is Rue des Bourgeois, and we are in the heart of Le Marais. The vibe in this street is upscale but funky, very neighborly. This is really a fun street where you have all kinds of stores. You're going to have jewelry stores, you're going to have clothing stores, you're going to have shoe store for men, for women. We just visited the Uniqlo store, which actually is a Japanese brand. So if you're looking for clothes that are a little bit casual, like I like, this is a great store for you. And you also have perfume shops here like Guerlain and Fragonard, which are amazing shops here. If you're looking for great perfume, that's the place to go. This is again a very fun street in the heart of Paris, in the heart of Le Marais. It starts at Place des Vosges and it goes all the way to Rue de RAMBUTEAU, which is where the Pompidou Center is. Sometimes they block the streets to cars, so it becomes a pedestrian street, which makes it a lot of fun. But this is a great street that I highly recommend if you're looking for a little shopping, a little casual walking, and maybe grabbing a bite to eat.
This is Rue de Rosiers, right in the heart of Le Marais neighborhood. And the vibe here is energetic, vibrant, eclectic, just a really fun part of town. This isn't a long street, but it's a great spot. There are plenty of little shops with men's clothes, ladies' clothes, some eyeglass stores in case you want to bring home a special pair of sunglasses to remember your trip. We have toiletries and special jewelry things, some vintage shops. This is just a really great place to know about. And of course, this is where the House de Falafel is if you want to stand in line and get a falafel, but plenty of great little places. This is a Jewish part of town, so expect delis, kosher stuff, Jewish bakeries and things. So really delicious food, great spot to walk up and down the street, and of course, good shopping.
This is Rue de RAMBUTEAU, which is the edge of Le Marais. And actually, it goes through the first arrondissement. It starts in Les Halles and it goes into Le Marais. But this is the part that I like the most, the Marais part of Rue de RAMBUTEAU, because you have tons of little food stores. It's a lot of food, more food than clothing. On Les Halles side, you have more clothing and shoes and whatnot. On this side, it's all about food. This is a very vibrant street. If you're looking for the quintessential Paris streets with shopping and food, this is the street. So you have a lot of boutiques here that are really great, but what I love about this place is you got cavists and great food and wine stores where you can buy some really good wines and amazing cheese. The Artisan Fromager is right there. But you have a mix of about everything here. Great food, great boutique, great stores. For me, this is the perfect street in Paris.
I told you in the beginning of the video that I would take you to some of my favorite places, and those are right here in the covered passages of Paris. I particularly love the Galeries Viviennes, the Passage JOUFFROY, the Passage Grand CERF, and in these places, you're gonna find stores you can't find anywhere. Like, we have here a place where you can buy canes and umbrellas that are extraordinary, some very special kids stores, toy stores, vintage places where you find items you just not going to find anywhere I've seen in the US. And there's quality souvenirs, collectible items, and there's a place right here in the Jouffroy passage where you'll find things that are only made in Europe, a lot of them made only in France, and just extraordinary finds in these passages. These passages are particularly excellent for finding special memories for, homewares and just little items you use every day, stuff that your kids and grandkids will adore that you can't find anywhere else. I love the covered passages. And one of the things that I love about shopping in the covered passages is you don't find big national brands in these things. These are small boutiques that are family owned with unique stuff. If you like what you saw in this video, next I would watch this one with the 10 souvenirs and items to buy when you're in Paris.